midnight, the midnight marauder. Yo, it's your boy CRUSHDALEGEND, aka the Grumpy OG, as they call me here on the YouTube. What's going on with y'all? What's going on? What's going on with you nocturnal people out there? Yeah, I got something to talk about, baby. I got something to talk about. Well, we ain't talking boxing. We ain't talking boxing right here. It's the game. It's the game. It's the damn game. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if you ain't got that Mamba killer mentality, don't put on that Kobe jersey. Don't put on that Jordan jersey. Don't put on that killer jersey. Because you can't have a conscience. You can't have a conscience in this game. You can't have a conscience in this game. Don't play the game if you can't be a player, baby. Don't get out there. Don't tell the coach you G'd up. I'm all ganged up. Put me in, baby. Put me in. I'm going to show you what I'm working with. Know what I mean? And then you get in the game, right? You get in the game, but you ain't showing your whole game. You ain't playing to your full potential. You said you gamed up. So that means every time you step out on that court, for every play that is made for you to make, you going hard. You ain't gonna shy away. You ain't gonna be there for an open layup and pass the ball off on some Ben Simmons shit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be right there, clear lane, nobody can stop you. You sit back there like Joel Embiid and shoot a goddamn three-pointer when nobody's in the paint to stop you. You ain't gonna do none of that. You ain't gonna do none of that, but guess what? You out there talking that game. Oh, you out there talking that big game. And I say, don't play the game. If you can't be a player, baby, what are we doing? Don't play the game if you can't be a player. What are we doing? Alright, so listen. Let me tell you folks what I'm talking about. I always got stories for y'all. So story time. Alright? It's story time. Here's the story, right? So, it's a guy named Jay. Right? Jay got a little situation going on with a female named Cindy, right? And Cindy's one of these popular females in the neighborhood that everybody in the hood know. Cindy's one of those rare ones. She's not one of those girly girls, but she's a female. She's one of those set it off type of females, one of those what you call G'd up gangsta boo type of girls. I mean, because she was actually out there in the streets. She even went to prison. She even went to federal prison. She sold drugs. You know what I'm saying? She robbed people. She shot people. And she tricked people. Right? Now, my man Jay, he knows her. Jay knows Cindy. He knows her very well. He knows her background or whatever. Okay, so Jay and Cindy winds up hooking up. He wound up, being friends. So they've been talking for about over a year now, but they known each other their entire lives, just about. Jay's a little older than Cindy, but they know about each other. So since they've been kicking it, they got more in depth about one another, So, the friend would benefit. You know how it is. You do something for me, I do something for you. Trick or treat. You know what I mean? You got the trick, I got your treat. You know how that is. You paying for the services. But in between that, there's feelings along with it because Cindy got feelings for Jay. Jay got feelings for Cindy. Now Cindy, she can't help herself because the background that she come from, she always came from the background of living a promiscuous life. Now, I mean, she'd never really been into too many, what you would say, more subtle relationships, to where she's just in a relationship with one person. You know So I'm saying there's no infidelity going on. And when she was in relationships that didn't have any infidelity in it, there wasn't long-lasting relationships. So, and like I said, she's from the streets. She's been out there. She's been like those female ghetto heroines that we heard about, you know. But lo and behold, Jay know about her background. They like each other. So now, it gets around to where Jay is starting to do things that Cindy likes when it comes to her, because he was moving kind of tight at first. You know, he wasn't giving his all, whatever like that, because you ain't supposed to give a female your all. And he feels as though that he ain't trying to pay for no relationship. He ain't trying to pay to have a woman. But what people fail to realize, right? This ain't nothing but prostitution. That's all it is. And it has so many different names to it. So even though in Jay mind, his whole thing is, man, I ain't trying to pay for no, you know, I ain't trying to pay for no ass, but if I gotta pay for the ass, I'll pay for the ass, but I ain't trying to pay for the attention or the loving in a relationship. And we already know most women feel as though that, what's up, Bruce Gas? But Cindy mindset is, hey man, by nature, this is what a man is supposed to do. A man is supposed to spend his money on a woman, regardless if they're married or not. Doesn't matter if they got children or not. This is what a man is supposed to do. So if you're not willing to do that, then you're less of a man. So this is how she's running it down to him. But in his mind, he feels as though he don't have a problem with doing that, but he wants to do that for his woman. Because then you got to look at the benefit. Okay, her benefit is that she's getting money in her pocket. She's getting taken out on dates. She's getting money to get her hair done. So he's doing a lot of things for her that's saving her own money in her pocket. Because she can do these things for herself. She don't need a man to take care of her. She just want a man. She just want a man to take care. She just want to be spoiled because her father spoiled her as a child. But see, he always told her a man is supposed to take care of you and do everything. But the main lesson that she missed is that what she's supposed to do for a man in return. Her father never taught her that, nor did her mother ever taught her that. So now she gets around this guy, Jay, and she's starting to like Jay. But as time goes on, she's starting to show a different side, and Jay is starting to see the situation. Because now she's starting to move different from the way that she used to move. And she started moving like a young lady who wanted to settle down and probably be in a relationship with someone. So now she's moving different. So at first Jay was hurt by it. You know what I mean? He was hurt by it. He was running around and he was telling a couple of his friends about the situation. So then he talks to one of his homeboys, and his homeboys tells him, hey man, don't be tripping about that situation. He said, because it's not like you don't know. He said, man, it's not like you don't know who Cindy is. You know the background she come from. He says, so you shouldn't be upset, because just because you want a person in a certain way, when you know how they are, you can't make them be the way that you want them to be. You just hope that they may turn into that. So one of Jay's friends, his friend Carlos, gave him game. He said, look, bro, you know what she's hitting for. You see it, so get over your feelings. So he asked him, he said, yo, well, Jay, well, why you keep entertaining the situation with Cindy? So Jay came out and told him, he said, well, man, I always had a thing for Cindy. You know that. And he said, you know me, I'm at a settled point in my life. I don't want to run around with multiple females and this, that, and the other. So since I like her that way, he said, this is why I deal with her. So Carlos said, well, man, well, if you're going to do that, at some point in time, you're going to have to leave that alone. But you can only tell yourself when to leave that alone. Because now you keep doing all these things, and you knowing how she is, and you spending your money on her, and most likely she got other men spending her money on her. Most likely when she ain't giving it to you, she may be giving it to somebody else. If you continue to deal with it, bro, you can't blame nobody but yourself. So he said, well, yeah, man. He said, I get it. He said, but I do got feelings for her. He said, well, look. He said, man, when it comes to these females, man, you got to think different. He said, you can't think with these females. When it comes to you got to use your head. He said, I'm going to give you some game, bro. He said, also, even if you don't want to move in this direction, but you could follow what is written. So Jay asked Carlos, what did he mean by that? So Carlos said, listen, man, my approach with these women, how I deal with them, how I play this game with these females, man. He said, bro, I use the biblical approach. He said, I come right from the Bible with it. So Jay said, what you mean? He said, when in the Bible, more than one wife or whatever, blah, blah, blah. You read the book, you get it. Jay said, yeah. He said, well, that's how you got to do it. He said, because you out here and you doing whatever for this female or for these women, ask yourself, man, what's the benefit you want in return? So Carlos told Jay to think about it. Said, when y'all here doing these things for these females, when you spending your money on these females, because that's what you're doing, because everything is going to come with you spending your money from whatever. What's the benefit you want? What's the benefit you want in return as a man? He said, because some men, the only thing they want in return is some sex. So therefore, it enables these women mind to think that's all that they have to do, because that's what a lot of men is doing. Men is giving their money to women just for sex. Nothing else, ain't in love with them, don't have babies with them, none of these things. He said, so you got to think about what's the benefit you want in return. Now, Carlos said to Jay, he said, man, I know what type of guy you are. You were settled down, you did your wild days. He said, so that's not what you want. And that's not what you need. He said, so if your want, your need is the same thing, then maybe you should find that elsewhere. He said, but if your want and need, when it comes to her, ain't matching, then you need to decide which one you want to deal with when it comes to her. Is it the want or is it the need? And at this point, when you know how she is, you can't have but so much desire for her, man. He said, that's how I keep it moving with these females. So Carlos told Jay, he said, listen, man, so tighten up. Ain't no need for you to be no crybaby. Cry over spilt milk is what it is. You ain't obligated to do nothing for these damn women. But if you choose to, and you just make sure that it's a gamble. Because if the benefit is more so going one way than the other, then somebody getting gained, and you already know whatever it is, that the benefit that you're trying to get, you ain't getting it. And he said, listen, man, I'm going to play all day. He said, but man, if the only benefit you want from these females is sex in return, and take them out on dates, take them on trips, put money in their pocket, help pay a car repair, a car note, all these things that a husband would do, or a man, a family man would do for his family. He said, man, if you doing all that, bro, and that's all you want to return, he said, man, you ain't nothing but a trick. He said, sometimes us men gotta realize, man, with tricks. He said, so, you gotta decide either you're a trick or you're a simp. Because if you know what they're into and it ain't what you want, and it's going against everything that you're doing, because whatever you're doing for this damn woman is going in vain. Because she ain't on the time that you want her to be on with you. Then you playing yourself. So you can't get upset, player. You gotta let a hoe be a hoe. And that's just what it is. But he said, man, no matter how you look at it, if you're kicking out money in a relationship, bruh, and the only benefit you getting back is that's all what it is. He said the only thing that separates that is when a woman is giving you the same things in return that you're giving her. You taking her out to eat, you taking her on a lunch break, taking her on a lunch date, a brunch date, a breakfast date, whatever the case may be, and she cook every once in a while, then guess what? You got a good benefit from that. Because she's showing you, hey, well, this guy, he spends money on me, he takes me out to eat and all these things, so, just besides giving me sex, I ain't no fucking help. I'm gonna cook for him from time to time. You see what I'm saying? Because it's only the ones who can't do those things that you most likely can call a hoe. But when a female is doing the same thing in return, giving a man the same thing in return that he's doing for her, then you know she's more than a hoe or not. Because prostitutes only do one thing, hoes only do one thing. For that money, they're gonna let you tap that honey. That's it. They ain't coming to wash your dishes. They ain't coming to do your laundry. They ain't coming to do none of that because they ain't your damn woman. She just a trick. So Carlos said, hey, Jay, man, how you looking at it? So Jay said, damn, man, you know what? You right. He said, I'm glad I had this talk with you, Carlos. He said, because I was saying something and I thought I was tripping. So Carlos is like, what you mean? He said, man, the tendencies. He said, the way that she is, man, you right. I do know how she is. He said, and I start to gravitate towards that more so than the way that I want her. He said, man, I know as much as I want her to be my woman, he said, I know I can't have her for my woman. And he said, to be honest with you, man, he said, honestly, man, I ain't got nothing else going on, man. He said, that's why. He said, no, I want to step off from her. It ain't like I'm stuck, but I ain't got nothing else going on. So Carlos said, what you mean, man? You ain't got nothing else in the stable? So Jay said, no, man, I ain't got nothing else in the stable, man. He said, you already know. He said, you know I'm rocking. He said, well, if you gonna keep it in until you get something else in the stable, man, he said, you gotta make sure that you're reaping the benefit that you wanna get out of her. He said, cause right now, bruh, she reaping the benefit that she wanna get out of you. And now that she ain't gotta do certain things with you, she know that, she gonna take advantage of that. He said, so she thinks she got you, man, and whatever she do, she know you ain't gonna get upset. So he said, has she done anything lately that you don't like? And he said, yeah, man. He said she did something, he said she came through and got some money, spent off, never heard from her again. I hit her up once, she never responded. She's supposed to make me dinner. He said, so did you get upset about it? He said, no, man, I laughed at it because now I see what's going on. And now that I had this talk with you, now I even see what's really going on. So now I got to play it the way I'm going to play it. He said, well, with that being said, you know, all that being motivated to fight for, to make her want her to want you in that way to be her man. He said, you don't do none of that. He said, that's supposed to be a halfway. That's supposed to be a halfway thing. He said, man, if she wants you like that, dog, she gonna put in the motherfucking work too. She ain't gonna have you out here running around like a chicken with your head cut off. What's going on? Telling a little story. Now I mean, so he said, man, she ain't gonna take you through none of that. So Jay said, yeah, man. He said, I caught a grip of it, man. He said, I know what I'm gonna do with her. So Carlos said, what you gonna do with her now? He said, you gonna keep on doing things for it? You still gonna keep on giving her money and all that? So Carlos, so Jay said, yeah. He said, but I ain't gonna give her much. I'm gonna give her what I wanna give her. And he said, if I do anything with her, I'm gonna do what I wanna do. And she just gonna have to accept it. He said, so now that you know there's other motherfuckers out there tapping that ass, he said, what you gonna do about that? So Jay said, you know what, man? Even though she was the only thing that I was tapping, bro, he said, I don't even want her for that no more. He said, man, I just want to kick it with her. So, the moral of the story is this, right? Don't play the game if you can't be a player. Meaning when you see what time that a male or female is on, by the way that they move, when it comes to dealing with you, whatever your want is for her, you better have some sense and change it. Because you're only victimizing yourself. A lot of people need to react in these ways because they be in situations, and they put themselves in these situations, they agree to these situations, and then when it don't go the way that they thought it was going to go because they figured they can, change the narrative on it, they get upset. I ain't got no time for that as a grown-ass man. Neither should you. And you got to tell these motherfucking hoes, hey, if she moving like she a fucking hoe, if you see that her tendencies is hoe-like tendencies, man, then you gotta play with her like she a fucking hoe. You can't make her be no more than what you wanted her to be, dog. If you like that chick your whole life, and the only way you wanted her is to be in a relationship with her, but then soon when you get her, and it's nothing more than some ass, bro, it's just that. It's just that. And it's crazy because sometimes it's rare to hear men want women more than just sex. We know that. But the only time we want a female more than that, if we just really always felt that way about them. Even if you don't really know, even if it's just the attraction, whatever, you think she got all these qualities to be your woman. Hopefully you'll find out. And then when you find out, and it's the total opposite, hey man, you gotta take what's given to you. You can't get upset. Is she moving like a trick? Nigga, then you move like a trick. You know what I mean? That's just like when she pull that trick on you, not the one that you get the treat with it. But when she pull that spin move on, you know how a girl call you up out of nowhere, know a chick that you messing around with. You know, they ain't your chick. But y'all trying to, work on that. But right now, you already know what it is. So all of a sudden, when she make that move, when she only come around you and get a couple dollars, you ain't get nothing from her that day or whatever, just she came to see you for a half an hour, whatever, none of that shit, and she skip off from the rest of the day. Dog, don't get mad. Don't get upset. Cause that little whatever couple dollars you gave her, you just gave her to get the fuck away from you with that bullshit. So now, it's gonna be a time when it come back around, when she gonna need you to give her something. Or she think it's gonna be sweet. She gonna think she's able to pull that same game on you again because she thinks she got you. You know what you do? You don't give her a fucking thing. or you make sure you get what you want first out of it. You know what I'm saying? You make sure you get your benefit first. Don't do the other shit. Don't give her, you know what I mean? Don't give it up, because most likely there's a chance that you won't get it. That's why it's called trick. You can't say it ain't tricking if you can afford it. It don't matter if you can afford it or not, it is tricking. Cause you're tricking. You're doing tricks with your pussy on some dick for some goddamn money. Then you boiling the trick because you like, I'm gonna get this money from this nigga, but he ain't gonna get this pussy. Is it a trick or a treat, or is it trick? Well, either way, it's a 2-letter word, and trick gonna be in the front of it. So you can't be taking these things, situations, personal. And you cool. And then if you're a man and you stand on your integrity, or a woman, you go either way, and it's not what you want, you don't let nobody change who the fuck you are. You just gotta change who you being yourself with. Cause this is how you keep, see, and you do these things for these chicks, and you out there, you giving them your money, you spoiling these hoes. Because that's what daddy taught them. Daddy taught them all, man is supposed to spoil, but daddy never taught her the value of a woman. What her role is that she has to play to a man. And the reason why her daddy never told her that, because what's a daughter duty to a fucking dad? Unless it's on some weirdo shit. But it should be daughter duties to dad. Respect your father. Respect your father, that's the duty. Respect your father. You know, but people be out here playing these games, man, and don't be honest. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I like them straight up, man. I like a chick to be straight up about her shit. Listen, I got a friend now, man. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I got a friend, and I know what she about. You hear me? I know what she's about. She ain't the relationship type. She the fun type. She ain't the relationship type. She's definitely somebody, you know, y'all gonna hang out, y'all gonna link up, y'all gonna do some wild things. Until next time. That's just how she is. And I'm gonna tell you, she tapping like 2 other motherfuckers besides myself. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. OG ain't got nothing to hide. Yeah, I know I ain't the only motherfucker she fucking and sucking on. And I trust what she told me. She said, man, I'm fucking 2 other motherfuckers. Know what I mean? And she like, I'm getting shit out of them. Don't worry about them. Worry about me. Worry about how I take care of you when I come and see you. That's what she told me. She said, you ain't got to worry about how you gotta take care of me. She said, cause I'm taking care of me. I'm taking care of me by 3. I said, what you say? She said, you ain't got to worry about taking care of me. She said, I'm taking care of me by 3. You know what she meant? By us 3 motherfucking goddamn options and benefits that she had. Duh. But she keeps it so real, man. She keeps it real. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all, right? I called that ass Friday. I said, yo, what you doing? She was like, I'm in the shower. I said, She said, yeah, that's all you can, she said, that's all you can do is right now. She said, cause I'm getting this pussy clean for so-and-so. I said, oh, all right. I said, all right, damn. She was like, she said, well, I'll hit you up later on. I said, no, go ahead. You know what I mean? You gonna take care of something with so-and-so, go ahead. She said, nigga, I said I was getting the pussy clean for him. That don't mean I can't call your ass. I'm gonna call you later. I said, okay. I ain't think about it, whatever, though. She called me. She was like, what's up? I said, nothing. I said, what you doing? She said, I'm sitting here chilling, this nigga sleep. I said, oh, all right. And then she was like, Want to go to breakfast Monday? I was like, yeah. She said, all right, well, we going to breakfast Monday morning at 11 o'clock. And she said, I'll tell you where we going to meet up at. And I fucks with this girl. Now, me and her, we used to talk like years ago. We used to talk like back in like our late teens, early 20s. We used to talk like we like each other. Now, even though we went our separate ways and all that, the feelings that we have for each other never changed. But because I know how she is, and she don't shun away from who the fuck she is. That's why I fucks with her. You know what I'm saying? Man. She told me, because one day I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, right? Maybe like 2 months ago. I went to see her, right? And when I went to see her, I had some rubbers on me, right? No bullshit. I don't never take rubbers with me, nor is any there. So y'all get what I'm saying? So when I show up to her crib, and I got the motherfucking rubbers, she said, what you got that for? She was like, you just dipped in something not too long ago? I was like, no. She said, so what you got that shit on for? She said, what you putting that on for? She was like, nigga, she said, yeah, I know I told you I'm fucking 2 other motherfuckers, but you just gonna assume that I'm having unprotected sex with them niggas too? She said, what the fuck I look like? She said, did I ever tell you to put anything on? I was like, no. She said, all right then. She said, now you can keep them with you. Now, if you go fuck something after me, then you put something on. But you don't need to put nothing on with me unless you just came out of something. Or you just, she said, well, I'm gonna tell you something. Whoever else you fucking, you put something on with them. She said, cause when I fuck them niggas, you know, I make them wear something. I said, okay. But I fucks with her. That's why we will always be cool. Even my one of my other homies, he know our situation. He said, yo, you think y'all could possibly be together? I said, no, it's too late in our lives, but we will always be tight because she's not that type of person. She don't want to be in no relationship. That ain't her. She said she can't fake that funk because what she really is, those tendencies is, they become tendencies when you're not using them as much. I mean, that's why you say to a person, you intend to do something. When you always doing it, you ain't intending, you're doing it. You know, so she was like, no, that's just how I am. And she said, I can have feelings for a motherfucker. She said, that don't mean that I don't love a motherfucker or I never had feelings for a cat. She said, but I can have feelings, but I can't have those type of dealings. I said, that ain't me. She said, I'm used to being who I am. And she said, any man that deal with me will have to deal with that. She said, I even told dudes, don't ever claim me as your woman. Even if you're okay with me being who I am, don't do that because I would never claim you as my man. I may claim you as anything, but just let whatever I claim you as be that and you play no part in it. That's all you can ask for. You know, but you get out here and you play games and you don't have to. And that's what they be doing. It causes a whole lot of confusion, disrespect, because now it's just you're taking advantage of someone when you know how that person feel about you. You don't feel that same way about that person, don't do that shit. Let them go about their way. But those type of females and even men, the reason why they do those things because that's what they used to. Because that's all they ever been in was hurt situations. Somebody hurt them, they always hurt somebody. Ask yourself, honestly, in your lifetime, how many relationships you've been in? And how many relationships you consider so-called relationships that you've been in was actually relationships. How many times have you committed any infidelity when you're in relationships? I'm pretty sure we all have done that before. That don't make us bad people. Sometimes we just do what we feel because they're not mistakes. The only mistake is that you didn't mean for a person to find out. You didn't really mean to hurt their feelings. That's the only mistake. But you didn't make a mistake to go suck that other man's. You didn't. That wasn't no mistake. You just got caught. That was the mistake. Same thing. It wasn't a mistake. You just was walking down the street and you just ran into doggy. You just walked into doggy style. No. It was a mistake because it wasn't supposed to be exposed. But it was not no mistake that you went and bust that nut. Let's stop playing. Why we even waste time to even tell your friend, your woman, your husband, your wife, whatever the situation may be, because it's bullshit. There's no, I didn't mean to do what I did shit. No, you didn't mean to get caught. You meant to do it. You did what you wanted to do. You doing what you doing. How you just gonna go, I can't help it, Sam. It's a mistake, you know, I just gotta sleep with multiple men. No, that's just the way that you are. The mistake is that this man found out that you was a hoe, but you was acting like you wasn't a hoe, and he couldn't ignore your whole tendencies because you tried to hold it in so bad. You know how when they say don't try to turn a hoe into a housewife, sometimes it's not the man that be trying to turn a hoe into a housewife all the time. You know what it be? These hoes pretending to be housewives. Why y'all don't never say that shit? Because it's the truth. It's always one-sided. It's always one direction. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Yeah, come on. And I ain't even talking about the women, I'm talking about the men. Come on with that bullshit. Come on with the bullshit. Sometimes it be them. It don't really be that a motherfucker's Captain Save-A-Hoe all the fucking time. It be them. You know what they say? First impression is the best impression. First impression ain't nothing but a fucking delusion. It's a trap. It's clickbait to lure you in. Because what do we normally say at times when we met that girl or we met that dude? You ain't nothing like the first time I met you. No. First impression is a motherfucker. I did that to get your ass in here. How many women have you ran across your life that she was consistent with that first impression? And how many times have you been consistent with the first impression you gave somebody? Cause that goes both ways, man. We talking grown-up shit here. What are we talking about podcasts? What are we talking about? Huh? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Just that simple. Salute to BC, salute to DS3. Salute to everybody in the building, man. I figure I'm at work, I'm up. It's a late night talk. Y'all know I gotta do coffee and donuts in the morning at 6:30. If y'all have a problem with getting a notification, Coffee and Donuts is actually on BBO's channel, but what I do, I share it to y'all audience because y'all subscribe straight to my channel so y'all can get it. So I wanted to do a late night cook because I gotta do a cook of the recap on Coffee and Donuts, so I didn't want to repeat myself, but I figured I come in, and do one of my little segments for, different topics. But anyway, man, yeah, so it sounds like it is facts, BC. And my other friend, she playing these games right now. She playing some of these games. And I'm like, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. You don't have to patronize me. Because once you see that I like you enough, what's going on, Just Spark? Once you see that I like you enough, well, you know for sure I like you enough. It's not about how deep I like you, but you know I like you enough to, you know, want to have fun with you. Don't ever try to take control of that, because I am not one of your fucking benefits. I am not one of your options. I know that's how you playing it, but I'm gonna have to let you know I'm something fucking different. Like the Jadakiss song, I'm something else. So you're gonna have to play the game with me a different way. You need a whole new different fucking playbook to play with me. Because I'm too advanced. I studied the old playbooks. You can't even make up no new plays. That shit is just reincarnation of a playbook that somebody used before me. I've seen it too many damn times. And no matter how I may feel about you, that don't mean that I'm blurry. Bitch, I can tell you that I'm in love with you and really be in love with you. But that don't mean I'm gonna be a fucking fool. Huh? How many times are you gonna be a fool? I'm pretty sure we didn't all learn that lesson, that we made ourselves fools more than the person that we put that on. Cause once you in the reality of what the fuck you dealing with, then you feel at peace. So you either gonna deal with it or you not. That's why I say don't play the game if you ain't gonna be a player. So, you know, for my little friend that's on the goofy shit, it's entertainment to me right now. And that's why I'm entertaining it. Because I ain't taking it personal. And I ain't putting no personal into what I do. But the way I move may bother her. And the reason why it's gonna bother her, cause she's gonna be like, well, why you so bland? Why you so nonchalant? Because you know these hoes want attention. They love that shit. It ain't a female in the world that say they don't like attention. Even the most settled woman, even the most loyal woman, because you have some women out there that's in full integrity that they ain't on that time. You got women out there, they ain't got an encyclopedia full of fucking bodies. They do exist. They might not exist in your world because you might have not encountered any of them personally. You might even know a few. But even with them, man, you think they don't like the attention? Even when they may not say it is about the principle. The woman like attention. Even if they don't want to flirt with you and want to give you the time of day, they do like the attention. It's about the type of how you go about bringing your attention to them. That don't mean that she want them, but she know, damn, I had niggas turning my head. I had men turning their head all day. That strokes they fucking ego. Huh? What female thinks she ain't the no matter if she's loud or quiet or not. Damn it, man, in the building, love you, bro. Good to hear from you, man. Good to hear from you. You hear me? Damn it, man. Good to hear from you and see you, man. Damn it, man, in the building, bro. But like I'm saying, right? They love that shit. And especially the ones, and especially the wifey woman, the loyal woman. They the ones that deserve to have the ego. And you know why they deserve to have the ego? Because they ain't entertaining that shit. They ain't cheating on a man. They ain't got a stable format. They ain't got a secret phone book on the side with numbers in it, like most females have. And a lot of them just have a bunch of emotional baggage because they still got a whole bunch of nigga numbers around. I ain't saying being a newsy type or whatever like that, but just say you just happen to see a chick phone that you dealing with, right? Or when you first meet her. If her phone is full with more than men numbers than women numbers, then you already know what you're dealing with. And you need to learn more. You might need to be concerned. Because the numbers is always still there for something. Even if it's just for the attention. They do it because they get a kick out of it. So it's not about that, it's about what they doing. Now, do they go play along and, these men every day, they give them compliments and flirt with them and offer to take them out on dates and stuff like that? Now, what they gonna do, we don't have no control of it. But we damn sure feel like we need control of it because we doing exactly what we need to do to make them happy. So if we doing what makes them happy, then we feel as though the only right they got to do is not to do none of that bullshit. It makes sense, but then at the end of the day, it don't make sense because you know what? You only obligated yourself. Don't let nobody tell you, not your mama, not your daddy, not nobody tell you that you obligated to take care of a goddamn adult. Because you're not. But they switch it up and say, a man is supposed to take care of a woman. No, she's an adult. That shit stopped once women got their rights. Because that's the only time a man was obligated to take care of women when they didn't have a fucking rights to work or fucking vote. So the only thing they had to do was be that trick and that goddamn treat. It comes in so many different titles. Do y'all hear what I'm saying to y'all? Do y'all hear what I'm saying to y'all? I'm giving y'all game, man. I'm giving you game. Do you hear what I'm talking about? So question this shit. Everything is about money, right? Everything is about money, right? So, are we just finding out that life experience is just a business experience? And it never been or is any longer a natural experience? Think about that. Because everything has to have money in it. Everything. So it's a business. Marriage is a business contract. In-house prostitution. Don't call my wife a prostitute. I'm not calling your wife anything. I'm telling you what it is. That's what it is. Because if she ain't giving back 50-50, and her 50 ain't just fucking sex, men. Women, if you in here, y'all 50% ain't sex. If the man is paying the bills, he's buying your clothes, he's putting food in the house, he's paying for the food, he doing all that. And the only benefit he gets back in return is some wet. That's prostitution. But we had a child. That's a part of the business. Cause now you didn't got your in-house, your private stock, trick, pregnant. Don't it take money to take care of a fucking child? Y'all better hear the other side of this shit. Understand what I'm saying without misunderstand what I'm saying. You're paying for it. No matter what. Prostitution comes in so many different fucking names. Don't get away from it. Because that's what it is. And the only time it is not prostitution is when what? When she's giving back other services besides what class? Sex. Because guess what? Prostitution, hoes, tricks, they don't get no other services back in return but sex. Exactly, because guess what? The in-house shit, the contracted shit, is so much expensive. So, I understand some men. Now I understand some men when I was younger. And I used to look at a lot of men, you know, as a young boy and be like, damn, why is this man, he's an older man and he's single. He's not married. He don't have any children. He might have children, but he's not married or anything. Not only that, but he wants to be that way. And I used to be like, well, I can't think nothing is wrong with him because I can understand that he wants to be that way. But why do he wants to be that way? And these was the fucking reasons. But they come up with all this shit and try to make it seem like it's a whole different thing. And try to make it seem like these certain other titles separates from what the fuck it really is. No, that's what it is. It's a fucking business. Unless she's giving you other services in return besides sex, then it's not that. Now scratch your head, man, and think about every time you was in a so-called relationship, what did that woman give you the most in return? And she never gave you a birthday gift, a Christmas gift. I think of you shit, you did all this shit. The only thing she gave you was some toppy. Never washed your clothes, never cooked you anything, never did none of that. You know what it was, you know what it is. It was just an overstay trick situation. Hey, and when you know that's what it is, you go directly at these fucking women from the fucking rip. And you let them know this is your mindset. And I'm gonna tell you what, the ones who say they ain't no motherfucking hoe, they gonna check your ass right there and then. Cause there are some women that do not wanna be called no fucking hoes, and they'll tell you, I don't do that. I don't have sex for money. But then a girl that has sex for money will tell her, oh, you a hoe. She ain't no hoe. Know what I mean? She ain't no trick. The whole thing is a nut for a nut. That's what it started off as. Oh, you motherfuckers, y'all follow the books and shit. Now y'all done added some new shit onto the books. Cause where in the good books that y'all read that said that, Adam was paying Eve for some motherfucking pussy? Adam paid for biting that damn apple. He didn't pay for hitting that pussy. Mic drop. Did y'all hear what I said? I said, Adam paid for biting that apple. He didn't pay for hitting that pussy. Let that sink in. I just, these are things that goes on in everyday life that needs to be touched upon. Because we on social media, we hear all these damn videos that these damn women be talking about what a man is supposed to do, But then you have very few women that do say what a woman is supposed to do. You do have a very few that stick up for the men. But have you heard anybody, and I'm asking you all in attendance, on all the social medias that you've been on, have you ever heard anybody talk about this shit at this capacity? I mean, if you have, who are they? I like to check them out. Cause there's some dope people on there that be talking some good shit. But goddamn, I think I break the Richter scale tonight with this one here. Cause y'all was expecting boxing. I know y'all was expecting some boxing, but like I said, I'm gonna do that in the morning, man. But I still got you here before I let you guys go, cause I'm always almost up to an hour. What about football, man? What a day of football. Well, yesterday was a day of football. I don't know how y'all made out of y'all fantasy. I don't know how y'all made out on if y'all bet. But man, oh man, a couple teams got banged out today in the second week. I know it's early in the season, but still, an ass whipping is ass whipping, and you can't change that. Don't go around and try to change. Don't go around and try to do the Devin Haney, some of you football fans, because your football teams got their ass banged out, goddamn. Crush, what games you talking about? Which ones did you watch? Oh, I watched a few games. Oh, yeah, your team got shitted on BC. But goddamn. Yeah, I watched that game. I did watch that game. I watched the Rams game. I watched y'all play the Rams. What's the name? Get it on. I watched the Saints stampede over Dallas, man. I watched it, man. The Saints went off on the Cowboys, man. Oh, woo wee! And the crazy part, y'all know I don't have a football team, but I like a lot of football players. And a lot of the players I like, they on different teams. So, I just watch the sport. Unlike, I'm a diehard Sixers fan, but the Philadelphia 76ers moved to New Jersey. I ain't no Sixers fan no more because they no longer from fucking Philly. Even if they keep the Philly fucking name, but I think they even trying to change the name too. So I won't have a basketball team either unless I decide to like another basketball team. But I don't have a football team because I enjoy watching different teams play, and sometimes I'm watching some players that I like on these teams. Like I like watching Dallas because I'm a CD Lamb fan. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. That's why I watch Dallas. I watch Dallas to watch CD Lamb. Now, the other weapons that they have on Dallas, they not bad. They okay. They got some cool weapons, but I watch Dallas for CD Lamb. He's my favorite receiver. I don't think he's the best receiver, but he's my favorite receiver, and that's why I watch the Rams. It's a few guys I like on the Rams, but I like the Rams overall as watching the whole team than just watching specific players, because I only watch Dallas for CD Lamb. Alright? And it might be one or two other guys on Dallas that I watch just because, but more so CD Lamb because I fucks with him. Seattle Rick in the building, brother. What's happening, man? Seattle, I thought you was when I get a chance, I gotta make you a moderator. I thought I had you as a moderator here. I got you though. Who else got stomped out today, man? The Rams got stomped out. Cardinals was snapping, man. What else was a good game? Pittsburgh and Denver, that was kind of like a slow game, but I kind of knew Pittsburgh was going to win that game. I don't watch Kansas City. I don't like Kansas City. I think Dan McMahon know that. I think some of the TWT family know I don't fuck with Kansas City like that. I don't like them. Alright? Good team or not, good system or not, I don't like them. You know what I'm saying? I don't like them. Alright? Just simple and plain. I don't like them. You know what I mean? But it was a good day of football, man, And who we got for Monday Night Football tomorrow? Yeah, Dallas got stomped, Case Savoy. Man, they got their ass cracked. I watched that entire game, man. I was just like, whoa. Kamari, oh my God, Kamari was, he killed them by himself alone. And there's other players that played the part in a victory, man, but, man, he was killing them dudes. KC cheated and won against the Bengals. I think KC always cheating. That's why I don't like watching them play. Because I think they ain't nothing but a big cheat. You know what I mean? I just think they're a big ass cheat, man. For real. I don't like them. They did some shit. They got good whatever, but I don't fuck with them. Because I think the sport is rigged anyway. Think it's rigged. Hold on for a second, y'all. C3 to control. You come up so I can do this tour. Alright, yeah. Yeah, Atlanta Eagles tomorrow. That's who you taking, Casey boy? Now, speaking of Philly. Y'all know I'm not an Eagles fan. Y'all know I'm just real. They got a good team. Now they got Saquon Barkley, a guy that they actually wanted in the draft, but the Giants took him from him. Or should I say they lunched. They wound up getting him. I think he's a good fit for them. They got good weapons. I think the only shaky thing about the Eagles offense, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, is Jalen Hurts. For me, I don't know. He's he's good. I can't say that he's honestly one of the best in the NFL. I don't know where I would put him at. I mean, but do any of y'all have him in your top 10 quarterbacks in the league? Even though that's kind of early. It's still kind of early, but yo, it's a question. I don't think he's top 10. You think Jalen Hurts a top 10 quarterback? Where would you put him at? Where in the top 10?
Unbiased. Like 6 or 7.
Alright, cool. Alright, so my coworker, he said he put him in the top 10 and 6 or 7. I can agree with that. I just haven't really focused in on doing my ratings for them, but the Houston kicker is the first in history to kick 6 field goals over 50. Yeah, I was watching that game too. I watched some of that game too. He as James Brown said, get on the good foot. He had the good foot for real. He had the good foot, the hot foot, the thunder kick. He was rolling, man. Wow. So you figure 6 field goals, and they every last one of them average over 50. Hey, that's a nice amount of yards. Combined off of kicking. The kicker put up receiver and goddamn half that goddamn numbers with that shit. You know, how do a kicker? He made 54, 47, 56, and 59 tonight. All right, so when you add that up, his numbers in total equaled up to what some rushers and some receivers was doing. You know what I'm saying? So wow. In all my time watching football, right? I never even thought about ever adding up how many yards that the kicker had in total. You know, far as yard, man, that's some good shit. Maybe I'm probably late to that part, but man, maybe they need to start doing that a little more, because maybe I should pay attention to that a little more, because that's some amazing shit right there, man. That's some amazing shit. So, you know, as the overnight supervisor, man, I do an overnight tour. So when I call the control room, I have the guy come up from the control room. He sit there at the desk, and I gotta go around and do this tour. So these are all paintings, man. All paintings. It's a vault with paintings, just in case y'all wanna know where I'm at. But yeah, kickers make the most points in football. Yeah, and that's one thing I learned from y'all, Case Avoid, you and the family, about that in football. I learned some things about football that I never even paid attention to from you guys, and I understand how a lot of guys winning their parlays with the kickers and stuff like that. Because I know a lot of guys, when they do their parlays, when you do your parlays by position, certain receiver and all that, a lot of them that be paying attention to those kickers, man, they actually do good. It's because those kickers, like you say, they score the most points, man. Shit. The only thing they got to do is worry about either the wind blowing that shit the wrong way or, they foot, not hitting the ball right when they kick it. Other than that, I mean, especially when it's, you ain't got to worry about the defense trying to deflect your shit. So, yeah, I can see that's why they come up with the most points, man. But still, it's an amazing thing, man. So, yeah, people do who know how to bet correctly do come up on the cards, man, on the tickets, man, when they picking the kickers and them kickers is putting out those numbers, man. You can't go wrong. And then like how he was hot tonight, man. Shit. Man, whoever was parlaying this kicker, man, and he came up, good shit. Shout out to him, man. But it's still early in the football season. I don't get too excited. Myself, I sit around, week 5, week 6, really start telling where people are at, where they most likely going to be, but we going to see, man. It's going to be some good stuff, man. It's going to be good stuff. No, okay, Savoy, I'm at a different building. I'm at an art academy. So I'm at an art school, you know what I mean? Where they got art classes and they sell art. Like, you see these? These are actually paintings of students. Students, they actually paint these pictures. See if I can pull one out. These are actually paintings, man. And some of these paintings, they sell them too. And they have like, sometimes they may have like exhibits here where people come and see certain art, whatever the theme is. And sometimes they buy the art, But yeah, look, it's see all this different shit? This is shit that all our students put together. Alright, so while I'm at some vault, and I come through here, make sure ain't no leaks and shit like that, but this is stuff that students actually put together. So how people like to have these sort of statues in their house? You know how you see those statues in rich people homes? This is where they get them from places like this. So they don't necessarily go to a store or go online. In a city, they go to these fine art academies, and this is how they buy some of these things. So I just taught y'all something. You know what I mean? So now y'all got an idea, if y'all didn't know already, how you see these type of art statues in, wealthy people homes and stuff like that. Like different paintings. Like I'll show y'all some shit, all different type of art. And all different type of art, and sometimes this shit sells, man. Yeah. Saints, yeah, the first 2 games, Case Avoid, the Saints, hot. And I was saying, it's early in the season. It's still early in the season, but if these guys can remain hot the way that they are, man, it's going to be amazing, all right? So, walking y'all through this tour with me. So I'll let y'all do this tour with me, talk to y'all, then I'll let y'all go if y'all mind. Yeah. But yeah, it's different, all type of art shit, man. You know what I mean? So this is the bottom part of, because it's two buildings. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's two buildings. I already did my first building. So what I do is two buildings. This building I'm doing right here. This is yeah. Hell yeah. This building right here is the historical landmark building. This building is old as fuck. This building is older than a motherfucker. So I'm gonna take y'all through this tour with me. So now I'm about to go do the upstairs part. Oh, it's another part I gotta do too. This hold on. Matter of fact, I'll show y'all up. Matter of fact, I could go back. No, I'll go back this way. I still gotta check another part of this basement. And this is like the rooms where the boilers and generators is at. I gotta check that shit too. So yeah, then I gotta do an upstairs part now. The upper part of the museum is kind of scary because lights be out in that motherfucker. So look, I'm gonna take y'all through all this shit. Now watch this. Alright, so when I came in through this way, right? I came in through this way right here. Y'all remember me coming in through this way? So now I tell you I gotta go check the other part to where the engineers. This is case avoid type of shit back here. You know, so I'll come back here. Make sure ain't no leaks or anything like that. I'll come back here. Look around. Make sure ain't no bullshit leaking or nothing like that. You know? And this is what the supervisor gotta do. So I'm the nice supervisor. So I'm the nice shit supervisor and lead officer. So the other guard here with me, he just get to sit his ass down. See, this your world, case of war. You know all this shit, baby. You know what I mean? So I come through here, make all this shit, make sure this shit is cool. Boom, boom. Now watch, I'm gonna come out a whole nother side. Look at this shit, man. Come back. Make sure ain't no leaks and stuff. All this shit is cool. This is what I do. Now I'm gonna come out on a whole nother side. Bam. So now, these is the other part where it always is. Now, some of these rooms, I go peek in them sometimes. Sometimes they got lights in here. You know, check the shit. You know, that type of shit. Ain't nothing going on, cut the light out. This one, I don't bother to check, because nothing in that one like that. This one takes me upstairs. So we're going to go to the other part. Alright, so I checked that part now. We going to the, look how old this goddamn building is, man. Now we going to the other part. My mind you, like, it's an art academy, so on this side, you know, they cooking here. Like during the summertime, they have summer camp for the young art students and stuff like that. Alright, so look, I go through here, I'm gonna come back that way. So where I'm taking y'all at now, this is the auditorium where they had summer camp and all that for the young art students and stuff. And they have exhibits over here too, just as well, in the other building. Now, when I do coffee and donuts in the morning at 6:30 on BBO and I share it to my joint, then I'll be doing the other building. So if y'all up around 6:30, y'all see how the main building look. So I just come through here, look around. I don't really turn the lights on. You know, make sure the alarm ain't going off. They have a lot of homeless people sleeping out here, so sometimes they sleep out on these steps. Nobody there on that side. Okay, there's one right there. So now, I'm gonna take y'all to the scary part, alright? Then I'm gonna bring y'all back to the other side with me. So now, where I'm going at now, I'm going up these steps. And this is the upper museum area, alright? So this side, this building is straight museum area and shit. So It's going to get dark because I ain't turning the flashlight on. And they be having exhibits here so you can see how big it is, but I ain't turning no fucking lights on. Alright, so I'm gonna walk from one side to the other. Alright, so ain't nothing there. And they actually redoing this building, so right now, this building is officially closed. So come back here, it's gonna get dark, alright? So I'm gonna walk from one side to the other. If something jump out, it just goes down. Alright, so yeah, so y'all can't see these rooms. Let me see if I can hit the flashlight. Hold on. If I can hit the flashlight. Nope, I can't hit the flashlight while I'm live, so I gotta go through these little rooms. Make sure ain't no stuff around, you know. Walk through here. I go around to the other side. So we're walking through the abyss, alright? But I know the stuff pretty good. So it's little stuff like in the middle of this joint, but since I walk it so much, I'm pretty hip. And all back here when the lights is on be all different type of art. So whenever they get this open, again I'll show y'all, but I do another tour like around right before I do coffee and donuts. I do a little tour here and then you'll be able to see better. So now I'm coming over to the other side. It's just like benches and stuff like that to where they don't work. You know what I mean? So yeah, it gets real freaky darky. You know what I'm saying? Real freaky darky. Yeah. But yep. So then you can see so I'm gonna turn this way for y'all real quick. Y'all can see the other side. Then I go through here, no shit on the floor. This the center part. But y'all can see, can't see a bitch ass thing move. Say fuck that. What we talking about? So it's a good thing that this joint is like that. It's a whole nother room right here. I didn't go through. I should have brought the my head flashlight with me so y'all can actually see it. So next time I'm doing What We Talking About podcast, I'll be doing this late night. So I'm gonna do it midnight Mondays. I'll probably try to do this maybe 3 days out of the week. So let me say Monday. I'm gonna say Monday, cause Sunday into Monday is a slow night. So Sunday into Monday and probably midweek, I'll be doing What We Talking About podcast. All right, so staying busy, TWT, staying busy, showing y'all my great talents as a spokesperson. Been doing this for quite some time. So now, here's the other part where the students be at. All right, I'm gonna show y'all some of this stuff. I can flick a light on. So right here, this is where you see some art. Shit like that. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I'm gonna keep coming with everything, man. So like these rooms right here, this is the upper part. And this is where they was doing a lot of things at. So as you can see, they working on this building. You can see chairs and stuff. At least it's a little bit lighting right here. Oh yes, it's a little bit of lighting right here. Let me see. Let me switch so y'all can see some of this shit. So they breaking down a lot of stuff because they're about to redo the whole building and shit, which is gonna cost them some money. But look at some of the art that they was doing. All right, so yep. It's a big building. Look at this shit. Look at these statues, man. Look at these statues. You know these shits is worth some fucking money. You know this is a heist. This is, you know, this type of shit is the shit they be making the movies about. You hear me? Look at this shit, man. And it's actually people that did these things. Look at this shit, man. Look at this gigantic joint. Didn't mean to show you his little wee. You know? So remember, I took y'all through here, so now, look at this shit here. Yeah, it's dope, bro, it's dope. So they got this locked off now, but look at these statues and shit. All right, so this is actually another part of the art school. Now, over this side is more so a sculpting and everything, and then the main building, they do a lot of painting and stuff in there when I do coffee and donuts in the morning. So, y'all just did this whole little tour with me, man. This little shit here. And let me see what time it is. Let me check the time real quick. Okay, yeah. So we just about done this tour. Sometimes I come in here, security room in here. Sometimes I come in here, like in the morning. Sometimes when I'm doing coffee and donuts, I come over here and get a peace of mind and shit. I come over here. This is one of our offs. I come over here, chill the fuck out. BC said, "Them shits built like me. I'm significantly less white and swirly." BC, man, yeah, so yeah. This is what I do. So look, so I'm done this motherfucking tour, right? Now I just gotta do one more thing. You know what? I might just leave these lights on, so I'm gonna have to cut them on in the morning. Fuck it. I'll leave them like that. They can stay like that. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with it. Now I'm leaving back out, going over to the main building. Let me see. I don't feel like walking back down the steps. Yeah, man. That shit, the building was built back in the early 1900s. I'm gonna have to I will give you guys more information on the founder and everything about it. I'll make sure I do that. I don't remember offhand. So, I'm taking a little handicap lift out of the building. Y'all see, I'll be working some cool spots. Yeah, I would. This would be a nice apartment joint, man. Underground railroad shit, yeah. And it's a whole nother side to that basement too. Cause there's some other doors I ain't take y'all guys through, but yeah. Yeah, it's a cool spot, man. Yeah, definitely. I'm pretty sure right now what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually find out the year that this joint was built, but I know it was built in the early 1900s, right? And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna find out what the fuck this shit was before it became this. I can show y'all the outside of the building. So, make sure that shit is shut. That shit gonna lock on its own in a second. You gonna see that joint push out, make sure it's locked. There we go. Alright. Now we going back over. Alright. Now this is the side of the building. Alright. And I showed y'all the front side from the inside, so you can see how old that bitch is, man. Now that's the big building. That's the building I be sitting at. That's where I was at. So I'm going back in here. Now, and we have, it's comfortable out here, so a lot of the homeless people feel safe sleeping around here because it's clean. There don't be no drama, so I don't bother them. They be wanting us to pick with them, but I don't want to bother them people, man. Let them people be cool. No, they ain't blocking the exits and stuff, and they get up when it's time for them to wake up. I see you good, bruh. Had to show the people a little world tour, you know what I mean? What we do here, top flight type shit. Yeah, man. But yeah, so that's what I do, man. And now, I'm back here at the front desk. And what I do, I go back, 3 hours later, and then I do the same thing, except for what I do the second time around is the building that I just came out of, I start with that building first, and then I wind up doing the main building later, man. But yeah, I'm glad y'all took that tour with me, man. Yeah, I appreciate it, but man, I think I got the Eagles beating the Falcons tomorrow. I will favor the Eagles over them. Yeah, man. I don't be wanting to bother. No, they ain't bothering nobody. You know what I mean? But it could become unbearable sometimes. But they not out here getting high. They not using drugs. They just sleeping. So As long as they up in the morning, by the time business hours open, it's cool. But overnight, if they ain't bothering nobody, no need to call the cops on them. Wow, that's what's up, man. You get the blessing for that, you know? Yeah, man. But look, I ain't gonna hold y'all up because I'm gonna be back at this joint doing coffee and donuts in about 5 hours from now. So, I appreciate y'all coming through for my late night cook. What we talking about podcast, man. During the midnight hours. Appreciate everybody coming through. Shout out to the TWT family. Shout out to everybody that came through. Make sure you smash the like button, share it out, let them know. AK Savoy, I got a new nickname. You know they give me all type of nicknames and shit, man. So now I am known as the Grumpy OG. I am known as the grumpiest old man in boxing on YouTube. This is the new name that I got, Case of Void. And since you've been going, I done had a few hours. But I don't mind them. Because you know, hey, when old men speak, shut the fuck up and listen. You might learn something. That's how they got me feeling, man. So with that being said, I don't mind it. It's all good. Yeah, that's right. It fits me, man. I might have to get the Grumpy OG shirt going on or something. TWT, crush the Grumpy OG shit. Just like we gotta get them Damn It Man shirts together. We gotta get the Damn It Man shirts together. But listen, man, I appreciate y'all coming through, family. I love each and every last one of y'all. Y'all come through with the support. That's all I ask for. So with that being said, give yourself a round of applause. And I see y'all at 6:30 in the morning. If you wait, if you up, if not, check out the playback for Coffee Donut for Grown-Ups. I will be talking about this weekend fights. Man, peace out, y'all.